Hello YouTube, this is ACIoannina and I want to talk to you about the future of Assassin's Creed Multiplayer. Some of the suggestions I will make here come from my observations on this game, and some come from comparing this game to other multiplayer games I've been playing recently, more specifically Dota 2 and Call of Duty on a free weekend in Steam. Two very different types of games from Assassin's Creed, but still we could learn from them a lot. We all know there are problems with the multiplayer portion of Assassin's Creed. That is clearly evident by the decreasing amount of players. Old players are abandoning the game left and right, and the new players find it hard to hook into it. Sure, some are rage quitting because of conservatism. They want the game to remain exactly the same as it was in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. But I'd like to think that this is just a minority. I believe change is good, but we should only change what doesn't work. So, here are my thoughts. First of all, let's start with cosmetic stuff. When I played Call of Duty on that free weekend, the first thing I noticed was that there was a mode only available to new players up to level 20. Assassin's Creed would have definitely benefit from something similar. This way, the new players don't have to go up against overexperienced players the first time they try the game, and therefore they feel they can actually do good in this game. In fact, I was tempted into buying Call of Duty because of that, despite the fact that I hate first-person shooter games. Of course, pair that with a free weekend in Steam, and you will have a lot of new players getting hooked with the game. That only applies to the PC version of the game, but there's a lot of players who play both on PC and console, so everyone would benefit. Secondly, Call of Duty makes you feel like you did something extraordinary every time you make a kill. In Assassin's Creed, they would benefit by doing something similar, depending on the quality of the kill, more than just the points. For instance, you could have the Animus voice be more enthusiastic, commenting favorably, especially on incognito kills. That would also help players adapt to a more stealthy playstyle. As the game stands now, it often feels like the game is punishing you for no reason. You win a session, and on the bottom corner you get a message that you failed to beat a friend's score on this mode. Yay, you won, but you're still not good enough. I understand trying to challenge you to do better, but this is not the way to do it. Let someone enjoy their victory and make them feel good about it. And let's talk about Smoke Bomb. I do use it, and I feel that as it stands in Assassin's Creed 3, it has a smaller range than ever before, a visible delay like in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and a larger cooldown. But still, there are problems with it. People have gotten used to using it offensively. It's so annoying when someone is completely obvious while they come to kill you. You knife them and start the stun animation, and suddenly the smoke appears, they dodge, and you end up dead, and they end up with an undeserved incognito kill. So, what if this dodging animation subbed your approach meter? It already removes the chance to focus, but it should also destroy your approach meter, even if the dodging animation happens while you dodge your pursuer in line of sight of your target. But, you might say, what if there's not even a dodge because of lag? Well, my other suggestion would be that if you're locked onto your pursuer while you die, they still shouldn't get any approach bonuses. They were obvious enough to make you log on them, so they shouldn't get any extra points, lag or no lag. That would also take care of the roofers. And yet, yes, on the off chance that you are oblivious to your pursuer and you get smoked, then it's your fault. They would have killed you anyway. But they won't be able to know that until they do kill you, so for all they know, it could be a wasted smoke bomb that may cost them their approach bonus. Another problem is the matchmaking. In my opinion, whether it's a free-for-all mode or a team mode, you should be able to play with or against your friends if you wish it. But what about boosters, you might say? Well, they could make it so that if you invite more than 4 friends, actually more than 3 friends, you would automatically be put into some kind of non-ranked mode, while for any other random people who join your session, it would be a regular ranked session. That resolves both the problem of the player base splitting that happened in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and the inability to play with friends. And by non-ranked mode, I mean that you can actually get experience points, but any high scores you make in such a session should not count towards your personal high scores. That would also make clan scrims or fights so much easier, and would be better in making the game closer to an esport capable game. Also, while playing Dota 2, I felt like Valve really cares in my enjoyment of the game. At the beginning of each session, it tells us to report any bad behavior, and in the end it asks us whether we enjoyed the session, and it even allows us to comment positively on or negatively on players. Imagine how much better Assassin's Creed Multiplayer would become if they implemented such a feature. On Assassin's Creed, we have to rely on Microsoft or Sony or Ubisoft support to deal with cheaters, exploiters and boosters. Of course, nothing ever happens to punish such behaviors, thus encouraging them. While the strict exploit was in effect, a lot of players stopped playing the game. Others started playing the game in order to use the exploit, and when the exploits were patched, there were a very few people left playing the game. What will be the long-term damage from this remains to be seen. Thankfully, right now there's some new players because of a Steam sale, but there's still a lack of players. One last thing I would like to touch upon is the reverse detection meter. It was conceived as a way to make players more stealthy, but the result was to make them more obvious. The original detection meter in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood felt more punishing by removing any chance at incognito if you went high profile in the line of sight of your target. Therefore, there would be a lot less baiting, something that even I do sometimes and then feel ashamed of myself. If I would change something to the regular detection meter, would be to make it so that you also lose your silent forever if you drop below that by being in high profile. There's a lot more suggestions I could make, so I may have to make another video about it. For now, I hope you tell me in the comments what you think about my suggestions, or even add your own. Thank you for watching. Please, if you liked the video, press the thumbs up button, and if you are new to my channel, you can always subscribe. Happy gaming, and talk to you again soon. Goodbye.